Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 10 for the subject computer science class 11. We have already discussed 10 practicals in this series. If you didn't watch, I will recommend please go and watch those practicals before coming to this practical, because in last program we have seen how to check whether a number is a perfect number or not. So it will be beneficial if you go and watch this practical before coming to this practical. It will make this program understanding little bit easy. So today we are going to discuss a new problem, that is to check whether a number is an Armstrong number or not. So first what we are going to discuss the problem, and then we are going to discuss steps to solve it, and then we are going to discuss the Python code, how to check whether it is a Armstrong or not. Then we will run code in Spider editor. If you are using any other editor like Jupyter, Sublime, Notepad or any editor, it will work in that editor also and demonstrate it. Okay, so let's try to start without any further delay and jump to the problem. So what is the problem? Problem is given a number and let's say you are supposed to check whether this number n is Armstrong or not. So okay, so we need to check, or we need to print. If the number is Armstrong, then we need to print the number is Armstrong, otherwise we will print not an Armstrong number. Okay, so before starting this discussion, some of the students might not know what is the Armstrong number actually, because without knowing what is Armstrong number, then it will be very difficult for you to solve this problem. So first I am going to tell you what is Armstrong number. Armstrong number n is a special number that is equals to sum of digits power raised to number of digits of that particular number in the number. What I am trying to say with this statement, let's take some number, let's suppose 1 2 3. Then Armstrong number, how we will check? You need to find how many number of digits are there. How many? It is 3. 1 2 3. You need to count these digits, and then what you need to do, you need to do 1 raised to power 3, then plus 2 raised to power 3, then plus 3 raised to power 3. If this sum is equals to that particular number 1 2 3, then you will say this number is Armstrong. So in this case 1 plus 8 plus 3 raised to power 3 is 9 raised to power 27. So it will be, whether it will be equal to 1 2 3 or not, we are checking. So 9 and it is 36 I think, and it is not equals to 123. So this 123 is not Armstrong number, Okay, this way you will check. Now let's suppose you entered the 2-digit number. Let's suppose you have entered 15. Then how you will check? First calculate the number of digits. Are, how many digits are there in this number? 1 2. 2 number of digits are there. So what you need to do? You need to square each term and add it, and then you need to check whether it is equals to 15 or not. So 1 square 1, 5 square is 25. So it is 15, should be equal to 15, but 26 is not equals to 15. So this 15 is not Armstrong number, Okay, so this way you can see. Let's suppose you need to check whether 9 is Armstrong number or not. So how many number of digits are there? Number of digits are there in this number is 1. So you will find out the 9 raised to power 1, which should equal to 9. So 9 is equals to 9, that means 9 is the Armstrong number. it is the Armstrong number. 9 is the Armstrong number. So essentially what you can say, the single digit numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 all are Armstrong numbers. All are Armstrong numbers. Why Armstrong numbers? Because you take, let's say 2 you need to check. So how many number of digits are there in the 2? It is 1. So 2 raised to power 1 is equals to 2. That means it is Armstrong. Similarly 3 number of digits are 1. So 3 raised to power 1 equals to 3. So this is Armstrong number. So every single digit number will always be Armstrong number. There is no 2 digit number. There is no 2 digit number. No 2 digit number that is Armstrong number. Okay, you can check. Let's try to check whether 3 digit number. There is a 1 3 digit number I remember, that is Armstrong number. So I am giving the example of that number to show how the Armstrong number is this. So let's try to take, let's remove this 9 and let's try to calculate a number that is Armstrong number, 3 digit number. There is no number of 2 digit that is Armstrong number in mathematics. So let's try to check 153 is Armstrong number or not. How many number of digits are there? Number of digits are how many? 3. So what we can do? You need to cube each digit of this number. 1 raised to power 3, 5 raised to power 3 plus, then add 3 raised to power 3. How you will get? 1 plus 5 raised to power 125 plus 3 raised to power 27. So if you add this 125 plus 28 and you will get the 153 again. So 153 equals to 153. So that means this is a Armstrong number. It is a Armstrong number. So this way you will check. You need to, what you need to do to calculate the Armstrong number? First step is to find out the number of digits in the number. Then you will, each digit you will power that particular number of digit, calculate it and add it, and if you get the number itself again, that means this number is Armstrong. Otherwise you will say this number is not a Armstrong number. Okay, so let's try to build a logic for how can you calculate the number of digits in a, how can you calculate the number of digits in a number. Let's suppose Python program I am going to discuss now, because I have already told you what is Armstrong number. Armstrong number is a special number in which each digit's power raised to number of digits sum should be equal to that number only. Then we can say that number is the Armstrong number. Otherwise, if the sum is not equal to that particular number, then we can say this number is not a Armstrong number. Okay, so let's try to solve how to find out the, before starting the problem of Armstrong number, you need to know how to find out the number of digits in any number. So you should know that logic first, otherwise you will not be. Let's suppose I am entering 1 5. How you will find out that it is a 2 digit number? It is a 2 digit number. Let's suppose I enter 153. How you will find out that it is a 3 digit number? If I enter 1532, then how you will find out it is a 4 digit number? Or let's say I have entered 1, let's suppose 4, then how you will find out that it is a 1 digit number? So this logic you should be clear. So essentially this program can be answered in 2 steps. One program we will write to find out the number of digits in any number, and let's say number n that you will enter. Okay, so how will you find out? Let's suppose 15 you want to check how many number of digits. Then logic is that you need to, let's suppose n is 15, then what you need to do, divide this number by 10 each time and you will get the number reduced by a last digit. Last digit will be removed. Let's suppose take this number 1532, and if you divide this number by 10, 1532, if you divide a number by 10, then you will get a quotient. Quotient will be this 153 and remainder will be what? 2. So this remainder will be 2. If you divide any number by 10, you should remember this formula. If you divide, it will help you in the mathematical also. If you divide any number by 10, then remainder will be the last digit of the number, So you see, if you dividing 1 by 1532 by 10, then you are getting this remainder 2, that is the last digit of this number, and whatever you are getting in the quotient will be the remaining number after deleting the last digit. So our number, this is the quotient, so quotient will be what? It will be the number by dividing the last digit of that number. So quotient we are getting 153, so it is getting 153 after dividing by 10, and remainder is what? 2, that is the last digit of the number. The last digit will be removed from the number if you divide the number by 10 in a quotient. Let's suppose divide it again by 10. That's about 153. If you divide it again by 10, then what you will get? Again you will get the remainder as a last digit, and last digit will be the remainder, and remaining number after removing the last digit will be the quotient. So 15 will be the quotient, and remainder will be what? 3. So here remainder, you see, last digit of 153 is 3. The remainder is the 3, that is the last digit of the number, and whatever the quotient we are getting, QUOTIENT quotient, it is going to be the number that is removed, that is remaining after the removing of the last digit. If you remove the last digit from the 153, then it will be 15, then it will be the quotient. So quotient will be the number after removing the last digit. So this is the rule you should remember. If you divide any number by 10, the remainder will be the last digit of the number, and quotient will be the number after removing last digit, You should remember this logic, you should remember this formula. If you divide any number by 10, remainder will be the last digit of the number, and quotient will be the number after remaining last digit, after removing the last digit, or deleting, you can say. Okay, deleting or removing, same thing. So if you divide any number by 10, if you are keep on dividing, let's suppose 15 again, and if you are dividing the 15 again with the 10, then what you will get? You will get the remainder as you will get the last digit, that is 5, and quotient will be 1. So QUO quotient will be 1, that is the number after removing the last digit. So you will getting the number 1 here, and remainder as the 5, that is the last digit of this number. Okay, this way keep on. Now let's suppose you try to divide 1 by 10, then what you will get? You will get the 0 as a quotient, and remainder will be what? Remainder will be 10 only. Okay, remainder will be what? Remainder will be 1 only, because 1 only. So remainder will be 1, and 0 will be the quotient. That indicates that there is no number left further, and you should stop. So you will getting the 0. So after this logic will help you to calculate the Armstrong number. How you are going to count the number of digits? If you keep on dividing the number by 10 till we get the 0, okay, and count how many times we have divided, then we are going to get the number of digits. Let's suppose 1532 is divided by 10. This is the first time we are dividing, so count we are getting 1. Again we are dividing, this number is not equals to 0, then we are going to divide it. Again dividing, we are going to increment the counter by 2, then our remaining number is 15. This is not equals to 0, again we are going to divide, and our counter will be 2. Again we are getting the number that is not 0, again we need to divide, and we are getting the number 0, and before that you increment the count 1, 2, 3 and 4, and if this time you are getting the 0, that means you stop the loop and you get the count variable, and here it is the 4, that means this is a 4 digit number. Okay, so this is how you can calculate how to get the 4 digit number. Okay, how to get this is whether this is a 4 digit number or not, you can apply this logic. Let's try to some other number also and see it. I am taking some other number, let's suppose, and explaining you same again. So essentially what we are going to do, we are going to write a while loop or for loop here to do this task repetitively. Okay, so let's try to check the number now next again, that is our 153. let's suppose how it is going to be 3 digit number. So what you need to do, let's take the 153, divide it by 10. So if you divide this number by 10, now let's try to little bit mathematics you should involve this. Let's try to do n equals to, if you do integer n equals to n divided by 10, then what you will get, the integer number after dividing 10 you should get. So we need to keep on dividing this n by 10 till we get the number not equals to 0. Till, let's suppose, while you will write while n not equals to 0, keep on dividing this number by 10 and keep on incrementing the counter by 1. Keep on incrementing this counter by 1. Initially we will have the count as 0. Let's try to remain this. Okay, so essentially we are solving the first part of the problem, count equals to 0, while n is not equals to 0, while n is not equals to 0, we need to keep on dividing this number by 10 and we need to check whenever we get the number not equals to 0, then we need to stop it. Okay, so this condition essentially is this. Okay, so not equals to, we will write like this in Python. I have written n not equals to 0 like this. This will not be able to write using keyboard, you need to write like this, n not equals to 0. So let's try to run and dry run this. So let's try to give some, let's suppose n value is 153. Let's take n value is 153, or you can take any number, let's say 153 you take. Then n value is 153. 153 is not equals to 0. 153 is not equals to 0. That means condition is true. Then we come into this loop, divide this number by 10. If you divide this number by 10, then you will get the quotient, that will be 15. Okay, so n will become the 15 here. Count value increment, count value will become, initially count was 0, so count value will become 1, and next loop will continue again because n value is not equals to 0. So n value is not equals to 0, then loop will again continue, and 15 is not equals to 0, then means condition is true. We are coming inside again and n will be divided again by 10. If you divide the 15 by 10, then you will get the 1. Okay, because I have already told you, if divide any number by 10, the quotient will be the number after removing the last digit. So 5 is removed and 1 you are getting. So n will become now 1 and count will increment and count will be 2. Okay, now this n is not equals to 0, so 1 is not equals to 0. So again condition true, again loop will execute, and we are going to divide by 10, and if this time we are going to divide 1 divided by 10 and 1 divided by 10, this time reminder quotient will be 0. So quotient is 0, that means and count will increment one time because count is inside part of this loop, and this time n not equals 0 not equals to 0, 0 not equals to 0, condition false, and this time you can stop this loop and print the count. Print the count, that means this is the our number of digits, so it is giving the 3. So this number has the 3 digits. So this is how this loop will help you to count how many number of digits are there in any number. Okay, so first thing you should know this. Now what we need to do, next thing you should do, you need to do the thing, that is to calculate the sum of the digits power by this number of digits. Okay, because we need to check for the Armstrong number. So let's try to rough some portion, and I am roughing this portion. Let's try to rough this portion because we have dry run is completed. Now you can rough this portion, and now let's try to solve the second part of this problem. Second part of this problem is what? Second part of this problem is you need to check whether number is Armstrong or not. So for that purpose we need to find out this formula. You need to do what you need to do. You need to calculate the sum of that will be, let's suppose that number of digits. So n equals to, let's say, up to number of digits. Let's try to forget the mathematics. So essentially what we are going to do, sum of all the digits power raised to number of digits. How to calculate the number of digits? I have already told. So we need to calculate the sum of the all digits power raised to number of digits, and this sum, if you for that purpose you need to write this. This is going to be second part of this problem. So let's try to understand the second part of you know how to calculate the number of digits. Now let's try to understand the second part of the problem, how to calculate the okay. So now I am going to solve here. So what I need to do, let's take some different color pen to solve this logic. Okay, let's take this pen only. Okay, so what you need to do, sum initially we will have the 0. Okay, now what we need to do, keep on dividing this number. We need to find the digits of the number. Let's suppose you are checking whether this 153 is a prime Armstrong number or not. Then what you need to do, you need to number of digits count. You already have number of digits count. Let's say you already get, using this logic you will get, and n value, let's suppose 153. Now what you need to do, you need to calculate the each time last digit. Each time we need to one digit fetch, and power raised to number of digits we need to calculate and sum it. So again while loop you will apply, n is not equals to 0. This time let's try to write the formal, and then you need to do sum equals to, you need to find the last digit. To find out the last digit, I have already told you, if you divide any number by 10, then you get the remainder as the last digit. So last digit will be what? Let's say last digit equals to what? If number is divided by percentage 10, you need to calculate. If you are dividing any number by 10, how to get the remainder? n%10 is the operator that will give you the remainder after dividing it by 10. So essentially what it is going, after dividing any number by 10, remainder will be the last digit, or quotient will be the number remaining after the removing the last digit. So this logic this line you should remove. This is the baseline for this logic. If you understood this line, then only you will getting this idea. Now let's try to calculate the sum. Sum equals to what? Sum plus, we need to find out the power raised to number of digits. So for that purpose, last underscore digit double star, power operator you should know, x raised to power n. How to calculate? X double star n. This is the, if you don't know this, then please go and watch the fourth practical, that is related to how to calculate x raised to power n in Python. So if you don't know though, and then we need to do number of digits here, number of digits, and this logic will continue, and we are keep on dividing this number by 10, so that it will somewhere it will become not equals to 0 and equals to 0, and you will get the for that purpose what you need to do, you need to write it into the int method, because Python automatically convert it into the float. So we need to convert into int, so that it is not keep on this, otherwise the loop will be keep on executing. So this is the logic, and at the last you will check if sum equals to n, then what you will do, print Armstrong number, Armstrong. Otherwise else, in this case you will print not Armstrong, print not Armstrong. So this is the second part of the problem, in which we are keep on getting the last digit, and we are keep on calculating the last digits power number of digits and adding into the sum, and at last, if at the last the numbers digits will be and we need to check the sum is equals to the origin number. If it is equals to origin number, then we need to say it is Armstrong, otherwise we will say it is not Armstrong. So let's try to calculate this. So I am removing this line you should remember. Now I am trying to dry run this for you. So first part you should understand how to calculate the number of digits using this logic. that logic written in here is going to give you the number of digits, and now another logic will be to fetch the each digit of the number and apply the power raised to number of digits and add it into the sum, and you will get at the last, if you get the original number equals to sum, then essentially we are saying that this number is Armstrong, otherwise it is not Armstrong. So I need to, what we need to do, let's try to count let's so let me explain you the next thing. Let's color it so that this program should be different. So the program that is highlighted in green color is the first part to find out the number of digits, and the second part, that is you need to find out the sum of all digits power raised to number of digits. This program is this one. So this program is this one. So this is the algorithm only, this is not the actual program. Actual program we will write after in the third step. So let's try to check for the number n is 153 and check this digit. Number of digits will be, let's suppose this logic you have run and number of digits you got the 3, let's suppose you got it. Okay, so number of digits is what? 3, because I have already explained how to calculate number of digits, so I am not explaining it again. And number you already know, that is 153. Okay, so first before starting this, let's try to hold this number in some temporary variable temp equals to n, so that we don't lose the number, because we are keep on modifying this number here, so it will be modifying. So we will check here equals to temp. Okay, temp, let's try to write it. What you need to write here, you need to write the temp here, because original number we are modifying, so we need to keep the copy of this number into temp variable, temp equals to n, or you need to write it. Okay, so let's try to run this. So let n is 153, number of digits you got through this logic, let's suppose 3. Now sum is 0, so I am creating sum variable here, it is initially 0. Now let's try to run this. Number 153 is not equals to 0, that means condition is true. Now move last digit, you need to calculate last digit. How you will calculate? Last digit will be what? Last digit will be calculated by dividing the number 10 and got the remainder. If you divide 153 by 10, then what you will remainder get? You will get the remainder 3. So 3 is the remainder, so last digit will become 3 and last digit will become 3. Okay, so let's try to write it some bigger, that you can get the idea. Let's make it bigger. Last digit is 3, so this line executed. Now sum equals to sum plus last digit, so this formula will be applied. What formula it will be applied? Sum equals to sum value is 0, 0 plus last digit what? 3, double star number of digits is what? 3, so 3 raised to power 3 is what? 27. So 27 will come into sum variable, so sum variable becomes 27. Now we are dividing this number by 10, and what quotient we will get? We will get the quotient 15, so number will become 15. Now 153 will become 15, because last digit will be removed, because we are calculating this in this line, we are getting the remainder, in this line we are getting the remainder, we are calculating the remainder, in this line we are getting the quotient, quotient. And I already told you, after dividing any number by 10, quotient will be the number after removing the last digit, and remainder will be the last digit as a number. Okay, last digit we are getting as a remainder, okay, of the number. So now this loop will continue, and let's check the condition again. 15 is not equals to 0, condition is again true. This time last digit will be what? Last digit will be 15 divided by 10, 15 divided by 10, then 1, and remainder will be 5. So 5 will be the last digit will become 5. So we need to calculate this logic. Now sum equals to, sum already has the 27 plus last digit is what? 5, double star number of digits is what? 3, so 27 plus 125, whatever it will become, it will be 2 and then 5 and then let's say 1. So sum will become 152. Now this number will divided by 10, what will be the quotient? Quotient will be 1, so n value will become 1. So again loop will continue, 1 is not equals to 0, condition will become true. Again this last digit will be calculated. If we divide the number 1 by 10, then you will get the remainder as 1 only and 0 as the quotient, because this is the rule in mathematics. If dividend is less than divisor, then the remainder of this particular case, in this case, will be the divisor only. So 1 will be the remainder. So last digit will become the 1, and your formula will apply again. Sum equals to 152 plus 1 double raised to power 3, because last digit double star number of digits 3. So this will become 152 plus 1 cube is 1, so that will become 153. So sum will become now 153. Again number will be divided. In this case quotient will be 0, and the quotient is 0, then 0 is not equal to 0, condition will become false, and your loop will be terminated. Now we are going to check. Sum value is 153, temp value is 153. If 153 is equal to 153, then it is Armstrong number. So this is the logic to check whether the number is Armstrong or not. Now let's try to take some number that is not Armstrong and dry run it. Okay, so let's try to take some other number. I am roughing all those, and let's try to take some other number that is not Armstrong, and our program should print that number is not Armstrong. So let's try to take some other example. So I am taking here some other example for your convenience, for better understanding. So I am roughing all those. Okay, so let's take some number that is, let's try to take some 4-digit number. Let's try to take this time 4-digit number, and we need to check whether this is Armstrong or not. Okay, so let's try to take this 4-digit number this time. Okay, so I am taking a number. Let's suppose n is value I am taking as 1672. let's suppose we need to check whether this is Armstrong. I don't know whether it is Armstrong or not. Let's try to run this. So first we need to calculate the number of digits. You will get the number of digits as 4, because this logic I already explained you how it will work. This way it will work, because in this logic we are only skipping the part that is let's suppose this is the case that we are skipping the remainder part. We are running the same loop here also, so you will get the idea. Let's suppose number of digits we are getting already using this program as 4. I have already explained how this loop will help you to calculate the number of digits. I am not going to explain it again because it will be time consuming. Let's suppose n is this, and some value, and n is this, let's suppose, and number of digits 4, and some value is 0. So let's try to create some variable, and here it is 0, and temp equals to num. Let's suppose temp variable I have created, and this temp variable will hold number value, that is 1772, because this number we are going to modify. Now let's try to run this. Let's try to take 1672 is not equals to 0. Condition true. So loop will come, last digit will be what? 1672. If we divide 10, then last digit will be the remainder. Will be the last digit. So remainder will be 2, and quotient will be 167. So last digit will become, let's try to create some variable last digit also here. Last digit will become 2 here. So 2, and now the sum value will be calculated. So sum equals to, sum is what? Sum is 0 initially, 0 plus last digit is what? 2 double star number of digits is what? 4. So 2 double star 4 is essentially what? It will be 16. So 16 is the sum value. So now the sum value is 16. Now this n is divided by n divided by 10, then quotient will be 167 after removing the last digit. So n will become 167 here. N will become 167. So 167 is not equals to 0, condition true again. Now this last digit will be again fetched. 167 will be divided by 10, then the 16 will be the quotient and 7 will be the remainder. So last digit will become 7. Now again this line will be executed. Sum equals to, sum is value is 16, 7 raised to power 4, because number of digits is 4. So 7 raised to power 4 you need to calculate what it is. Let me calculate it for you. 7 raised to power, it will be around some number, that is, let's try, it will be around 2401. So 16 plus 2401 is the 7 raised to power 4. So it is going to be bigger number. 2417 will be the sum. So sum value will become 2417. Now again n is divided by n 10, so n will become, now this time 16 n will become. So 16 is not equals to 0, condition true again. Again last digit will be fed, last digit will be by dividing 10. So last digit will be, and quotient will be 1 and remainder is 6. So last digit will become 6. So now again what we need to do, we need to calculate 2417 plus 6 raised to power 4. So 6 raised to power 4 will be, we need to calculate. Let's try to calculate it for you. It will be around 1296. So 2417 plus 1296, you need to add this number, you need to add. So if you add this number, what you will get, around you will get 3713. So it will be 3713 you will get. So sum value will become 3713 now, and again this loop will continue, and is divided by 10. So your 16 will become 1 here, number will become 1 here, and 1 is not equals to 0, condition true. Same line again executed. Last digit will be what this time? Last digit will be 1 divided by 10. The last digit will be 1 only, because remainder will be 1 and quotient will be 0. So last digit will become 1, and this time 3713 plus 1 double star 4. 1 double star 4 will be 1 only. So 3713 plus 1 will become 3714. So it will become 3714. Sum will become 3714 and will become 0. So 0 is not equals to 0, condition goes false. This loop will terminate. Now we will need to check sum value is 3714, whether it is equal to temp or not. So 1672 is not equals to 3714. So this number is not prime number. So else will be executed and it will print not a prime number, not a prime number. Oh sorry, Armstrong number. Okay. So this way you will say not a Armstrong number. So this is the logic I have explained. So now let's try to write the Python program for this. I already explained the steps. 2 steps you will do. First step you will find the number of digits. Second step you will find the last digit and powers to number of digits sum, and then you need to check with the sum is equals to original number or not. Okay. So let's try to write the Python code now. So I am going to write the Python code here. One color I will use. Let's try to take the number. So number I am going to take integer. Input I am going to take enter number. Let's suppose whatever number user will enter will come here. Now what we need to do, we need to check for the number of digits we need to count. So number of digits, let's suppose initially it is 0. So number of digits initially it is 0. I am holding this number into some temporary variable. So let's suppose num equals to temp equals to original, I am holding n, because this n I am getting modified. I am creating two variables, because one variable I will use into finding the number of digits, and one variable I will use into finding the sum of the power of the digits of two number of digits. So how to calculate number of digits? I am going to apply the while loop here. So while, let's say number I am going to use, number is greater than 0 or not equals to 0, you can say. Let's try to write the not equal to 0. If greater than equals to 0 will also work, but not equals to 0 I have used. So let's try to write this only so that you don't confuse. Now what you need to do, you need to calculate what? You need to calculate the count variable. Number of digits you need to increment. Number of digits initially it is 0, so number of digits equals to number of digits plus 1. Plus 1 you need to write, and then number, keep on dividing the number by number 10. I already explained how it will help you to, because each time we are removing the last digit from the number, and at some point of time number will become 0 and you will stop, and your number of digits counter each time we are incrementing, and it will help you to calculate the number of digits. Next portion of this program will be this much portion is to calculate the number of digits only. Now next portion will be to calculate, to find out the sum of the digit raised to power number of digits. Okay, so let's try to take some different color. Let me take green color here. Okay, so now what we need to do, again apply the for loop. Some variable you will create, sum equals to 0. Again apply the while loop, while let's take this number next time n is not equals to 0. We will need to do, we need to calculate the last digit. I already explained this logic to you. Number %n, it will give you last digit. Sum equals to sum plus, you will write the last digit double star, and then you will write the number of digits, and then you will update this, keep on decrementing this number. N equals to n divided by 10, or let's try to write into the int method, because otherwise it will be float and your loop will never be terminate. Int n divided by 10. So this logic you will write, and at some point of time we need to check, there is no space, so I am writing here this line. After this line I am writing, after this line for loop is end, while loop is end. Now I am writing after while loop. So what I will check, if, let's take some different color for that, condition checking, because this program is little bit stepwise. We need to check if sum equals to temp is the variable that holding our original value, print Armstrong number. Otherwise we need to print else, otherwise what we need to print, not Armstrong number. So this is the complete logic, this is the complete program. 3 steps I have told you. First step, this is the first step to calculate the number of digits. Second step, what you are calculating, sum of last digit, each digit, you can say last digit nahi, you can say each digit, sum of each digit power raised to number of digits. And in the last step we are checking for Armstrong number. So this is the complete program. I have already shown you how to dry run this. Let's quickly dry run this. Let's try to check 153 and dry run this. Number is 153, so what is it will, n will be 153. I am quickly running, for that it will revise, help you. Temp variable we are holding it into 153, copy creating. Num is also a variable that we are holding it 153. So 3 variables we have created for holding the same value. This loop execute, num is 153 not equals to 0. So 153 is not equals to 0. So condition true. We are going to number of digits we are keep on incrementing. We are incrementing it by 1, so it will become 1, and then number equal to number by 10, then this number will become 15, and 15 is not equals to 0. Condition again 2, number of digits will increment again 2, and this time again number divided by 10, then it will become 1, and 1 is not equals to 0. So again this is 2, number of digits will become 3 here, and number will again divide by 10, then this time it will become 0. 0 is not equals to 0, condition equals to false, and this loop will terminate, and you will have the number of digits as 3. Now the second portion will executed. Sum is 0 initially, and now sum is 0, let's suppose, and then n is value is what, 153. 153 is not equals to 0. 153 is not equals to 0. Then what we are doing, last digit we are getting last digit we are getting as 3 first time because n percent t. So 153% 10, if you do then it will become 3. Then we are getting sum equals to, sum will become c cube plus 0 and then it will become 27. Now next time n will become 15, n will become 15 and 15 is not equals to 0, condition equals to true, and this time what we will get, last digit what we will get, 15 divided by 10 and what we will get, 5 as a reminder. So sum will become 27 plus 5 raised to cube, so it will become 152, it will become 152 next time, and number will become 1 here. Again this 1 is not equals to 0, 1 is not equal to 0, condition true. This time number of digits, so last digit will be get 1% 10 equals to 1 because remainder will be 1 only, and this time sum will become 152 plus 1 raised to power 3, that will be 153, so it will become 153, and the number will become divided by 10 again, then it will become 0, and 0 is not equals to 0, condition false, and this loop will terminate, and we will come here, some value is what, 153, and 153 is equals to temp value is what, 153 again, and it is true, so we will print Armstrong number. So this is how this whole logic will work. I have roughly told you and I have already explained 2-3 times, so you should get the idea how it is working. Now let's try to run this into the Python editor and see the results. Okay, so I am roughing this and let's try to run it in the Python spider editor. Okay, so I am opening my spider editor here and quickly typing there. Okay, because we have already understood the logic, so now I am going to quickly type it. N equals to integer input enter number, let's say enter the number. Okay, and you can say first you need to create a copy of this number, temp equals to num, let's say equals to n, and then we are going to find the number of digits, and then initially it is 0, let's suppose. While loop we will continue, and let's say num is not equals to 0, and keep on executing this, and number of digits we are incrementing after each time, and plus equals to 1 I am writing shorthand operator, and then I am going to do num equals to integer num divided by 10. I am keep on removing the last digit from the number till we get the 0, and at this stage you can print number of digits is, you will get number of digits. So let's try to see whether this program is working or not, because this is the first part. I am writing comment calculating the number of digits. Okay, so let's try to run this whether it is working fine or not. Let's try to enter number 1, it should return the 1 digit only. Let's try to run and enter about 2 digits it is returning. Let's try to enter 153, it is 3 digit returning. Let's try to enter 4 digit number 1566, it is returning 4. So this is working fine. Now second portion is to calculate the sum. So sum is 0, while I am going to write n is not equals to 0, and then what we will do, we will find the last digit. Last digit will be what? Last digit will be n percentage 10. If you divide any number by 10, then remainder will be the last digit of that number, and then we need to calculate sum plus equals to, I am writing the short, sum plus equals to, what I will write, last underscore digit, and then double star number of digits, because I am going to get the each digits power raised to number of digits. So this way you will calculate it. Now what we need to do, we need to keep on decrementing this number. N equals to integer, you will write n divided by 10. This means if you divide any number by 10, then quotient will be the remaining number after removing the last digit. I have already told you, if you divide the number by 10, remainder will be the last digit, and if you divide the number by 10, the quotient will be the number after removing the last digit each time. Okay, so this while loop will do this. Now we can go ahead and check for the sum condition. If sum equals to what? It is n, or sorry, temp, because n we have already modified. Then you will say print number is Armstrong number. Number is Armstrong number. Okay. Otherwise what you will say? Number is not Armstrong number. Print number is not Armstrong number. Number is not Armstrong. I have already explained the logic, how it will run. So let's try to run this program and check whether some numbers, whether these are Armstrong or not. So let's try to run this. Click on the run button, enter a number. Let's suppose I am entering 2. It should be not an Armstrong number. Okay, because how can you check whether this is not an Armstrong number? 1 2 means 1 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 2. It is 1 plus 4, that is 5. 5 is not equals to 12, that means this is not Armstrong number. Okay, so let's try 1 2 3 whether it is Armstrong number or not. We need to calculate 1 raised to power 3 plus 2 raised to power 3 plus 3 raised to power 3. It is 1 plus 8 plus, that is 9, oh sorry, 27. So it will be 9 plus 27, that will be 36. So 36 is not equals to 123, so it is also not Armstrong number. Let's try to check for 153. 153 case, 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, it is equals to 1 plus 125 plus 27, and it is equal to 153. So this is equal to original number, so it is a Armstrong number. So let's write all those inputs and see it. Now each single digit number is a Armstrong number by default, because 1 raised to power is 1. So this is equals to original number. So each single digit number will be Armstrong number, always remember this. So now let's try to enter some other number and check for 1 2. Let's suppose, let's try to check for the 1 2. 1 2 we have already checked. Okay, now let's try to check 1 2 3. It is not Armstrong number. Let's try to check for single digit. Single digit number will be always Armstrong number. If you check 1 to 9 numbers, it will be Armstrong number only. And if you check for the 153, it is Armstrong number. So number is Armstrong number. I already explained how it is Armstrong number, how other numbers are not Armstrong number. So this is your program complete. This complete program is divided into 2 parts. One is to calculating how to calculate the number of digits in a number, and then second portion is to calculate the sum of the digits power raised to number of digits. So this is the second portion, and here we are checking for Armstrong number. Here we are checking for Armstrong number. So this is the complete program. I have already explained and run by showing the running you. So that's all in this program. You get this program and run in your editor. If you found any problem, comment on the video. I will get back to you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.